What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 44 of Learning the Fairway. Today is Thursday, February 22nd. Let's get it. What's up, Ken?
Hey Stu, how you doing, bud?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Well, we'll see how good I am. When everybody's listening to this, I'm gonna be like sitting in traffic court. So if the
Yeah,
judge
what are
is
you doing? Why
listening,
didn't you just pay the
I
fine?
because, man, I drive for a living and my work insures me and stuff like that, and I need this
Oh,
expunged from my record. So if the judge is
oh
listening,
shit.
I would love it if you granted leniency based off 18 years of no speeding tickets. Thank you, and whatever, Judge.
Does a
I don't
speeding
have
ticket
court.
matter? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
how that works anymore.
Well, when you drive company vehicles, it does.
Yeah, but so what
And
is that? Was it just like failure to obey, or
I was going 80, 81 and a 65, so it's I guess points are involved on my I don't know. I haven't had a speeding ticket since
what do they write on the
2006.
ticket? It's not a
It wasn't
reckless, is it?
reckless.
Oh, okay. Then
No,
yeah, you're
no.
good.
It should have been probably reckless because I think in Virginia over 80 is reckless, but 81 and a 65. I haven't had a ticket in almost 18 years when I was hauling your fucking brother's motorcycle down the Myrtle Beach for him. So that was the last time I had a
In
speeding
Buford?
ticket.
In Buford?
Yeah,
Or
Beaufort County. It was
yeah,
something, I don't know, some bumfuck fucking county I had to
Buford
show up
or
to.
Bob Bu something. Thought it was Buford.
Yeah, it was
Didn't you
some
drive all the way
bumfuck.
down for that one too? You're not a big pay for your ticket and be
Yeah,
done with the guy. Hmm.
no, I'm gonna stand up for my
Yeah,
right.
I think last
I got the
time.
right to fight.
Yeah, I want to say last ticket I got. Um, it was like
When was the last time you were pulled over, kid?
uh, I got like I was going like 35 and a 25 and got one of those. Whereas one of
Wow,
those
that
was speed
sucks.
traps where
Yeah.
the speed limit is, and I think I just paid it. But I did go to court one time in Arlington. Oh, I also got pulled over, so, I had a headlight out, so I put my high beams on. Uh, that was dumb, and I got pulled over pulling into my apartment complex in Arlington, and the guy was, like, freaking out. He was a younger cop, and, like, kinda freaked out on me. It was super weird,
Yeah.
because he was like, "You can kill someone with your high beams on." I was like, "Oh." I had a headlight out, so I, like, I didn't wanna get pulled over for no headlight. So I just put my high beams on
That's
in the middle of fucking Arlington. Oh, man. That was looking back, it was dumb, but he freaked out. Then I saw him in Trader Joe's, like, a week later, and he just gave me one of those, like, quick look and, like, turn away, like,
He's
"Oh,
like, I know
shit, there's the
you.
guy I freaked out on." But I went into court, and it was one of those things where, like, you know how the cops have, like, all of their cases, like, get to the judge at the same time, especially if it's, like, little traffic
Mhm.
things, and this guy had, like, 10 people in there, like, clearly a new guy, like, go hard,
Oh
and I
yeah.
think I got it dropped, like, just dropped from my yeah, when you show up, it does help, but you can definitely get it expunged,
Yeah.
and like, a minor charge like that, and I just kinda said, like, "Yeah, I got my headlight fixed and, did whatever," and they just, were like, "All right, get the fuck out of here," one of those. It's just like
That's
they're
kind of
dealing
what
with
I'm
such
hoping for.
bullshit, and then my dumbass is, "Oh, sorry, I had my high beams on and I got my headlight
Yeah.
fixed."
It's kind of
Cool.
hoping for. I'm gonna ask for leniency. Like and just tell them, like, look, I drive for work. I drive hundreds of miles every single day. I haven't had a speeding ticket since I was literally 18 years old. It was 2006. Like, obviously, it was just a lapse in judgment, and hope the judge is like, I like the cut of your jib. Here you go, and have a nice day.
Yeah, nice.
Hopefully, that's how it goes. We will
I've always
see.
wanted to do the should have done the Tommy Boy. There's a bee in the
Yeah.
car. That's why I was speeding. What's your
No, I just had. I said my
Wife
kids
and
in the
kids in the
car.
car? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You just say my kids were yelling and I, lost track of the speedometer.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing, it's God, the cop leaves, and I'm getting ready to pull out. I'm like, all right, fuck, all right, back on the interstate, whatever. And my son, he's like, Daddy, I need to pee. I was like, where was that 5 minutes ago when the fucking cop was sitting there talking to us? You could have
Oh,
said,
yeah,
Daddy, I really need to pee. And like, we would have
yeah,
been able to riff off that at least. Like, come on,
yeah.
bud. So, yeah,
Mhm.
we'll see. I don't know. I'm not too pressed on it. Like, I'm not gonna like fucking get banged up at work over it, but they're gonna have to like check my driving record more thoroughly, I guess, for the next year if it
Huh,
stands.
bummer.
Whatever. Could be
So you got to
worse. Could be
drive all the way
worse.
back up here. You were,
Manassas,
oh no,
10:30 a.m. Manassas, Virginia.
oh my god. And
Yeah.
then you driving straight
Some
back?
no, I'm gonna meet up with my dad for lunch.
Oh, nice. But you have to
Yeah.
drive back tomorrow, is what I meant. Like,
Yeah. I'll be, yeah, it's up in the morning, back at night.
yeah, that's a
It's not
tough
the
one.
first time I've done it before.
Yeah.
Um, so it's not that big a deal. Like I'll grab lunch with my dad. I don't have to work, so maybe a lunch beer will be in. And I get pulled over for a DUI. Who knows? The same
Yeah,
cop.
that
Hey,
was
dude, I
smart.
just see you. What do I smell on your breath right
Uh,
now? Yeah.
it's
So,
a new
uh,
Zen flavor.
yeah. So yeah, it is what it is, man. It's part of life, I guess. Could be
Mhm.
worse, but yeah. Leave bright and early. It's gonna be 6 a.m. Walk out the door. Hopefully home. I don't know. I think by dinner I won't be home. Just another day in the life. Like it kind of feels like a vacation day. Like I'm not working. I'll be leaving the house before like I have to put the kids and shit on the bus. It's like a day off. Day in paradise.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
Just like taking a day off
then
of
just
golf,
sit in court. Yeah,
Yeah.
if only. If only. Yeah, if I was driving up there to golf, it'd be a different story. I wouldn't be coming home that night, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. You play any over the weekend? It was kind of okay out. Did you play? No. It's supposed to get nice this weekend, next week. We're gonna be in like the mid 60s, I think. So it's
Yeah,
fucking
looks like
prime,
Thursday, Friday,
prime. Yeah.
50s. Hell yeah. Next week, Monday, 65. Uh-oh.
We're prime,
We're
dude.
getting pretty close there.
Hmm. You get
Got a
out. I've been
golf
working
trip
on my hip
coming up.
turn.
Oh
I've been
yeah.
working on it, man. I'm working on some core exercises so I can turn my hips faster and just hit bombs. I'm ready for it. I think this is the year, man. This is the year I just go crazy on
Hmm. Just like every other year. Yep.
them.
That's always the plan. It's funny in the
Usually ends up
winter.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit, dude! It is gonna be 60s next week. The winters, though,
Yeah,
you always forget like how hard golf is because you're just like easy game. You start watching a little bit of the pros. You're like,
yeah.
God, it looks so easy. Like,
Fairways and
yeah, this
greens.
is
That's
this is
all it
the
is.
year. I'm just gonna focus this year. I'm gonna go to the range more. Probably practice putting more. I'm gonna get my short game dialed in, dude. Like, yeah, it's such an easy game. Nice, easy swing. And then you get out there the first
Yeah,
time, you're like, fuck.
yeah. Then you show up to the
Yeah, I
golf course
forgot.
at nine
Yeah.
o'clock on Saturday and you're drinking a Bloody Mary in the parking lot and you're like, well, maybe not this round. This isn't the
Yeah.
one.
I gotta get warmed up for this year. I'm
Yeah.
not dialed in yet. Yeah. Next thing you know, it's August and golf season's coming to an end. You're like,
Yeah.
ah, man, I kind of sucked all year again. Shit.
Yeah. Actually raised my handicap this year. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm feeling good about this year though. I think after last year missing so much, I think it was like a good cleanse, like a good mental cleanse of the game. Like
Yeah,
all the
that
bad
happens.
juju's out. I didn't play for literally a full year. I played 2 rounds last year. I'm primed, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
I mean, that happens.
I
That happens
know.
sometimes.
Either
Uh,
that or I'll end up like Anthony Kim and I'll just fall off the face of the earth and be like, you know what, fuck off. Never playing again.
wouldn't be the first time, right?
Yeah, right?
Um, yeah, I want to know like how much golf he actually played. Like, I guess we'll
I don't
find out here
know.
soon.
Yeah,
Supposedly
he's
making his
playing.
live debut.
Yeah, he's playing sometime on the live calendar. I don't know. I don't remember which tournament he's playing, but we'll see him before too long. Did you watch any of the Genesis over the weekend? Still football,
Oh yeah,
basketball, NBA All Star Weekend was the biggest heaping pile of shit in the
biggest
world.
dud, man.
Like,
I think that the nostalgia factor has like completely worn off at this point. Like
yeah, it's
even
bad.
the 3-point contest is still pretty good. Um, that was pretty cool. And then like whatever the Steph thing versus Ionescu or Sabrina,
Yes, Sabrina,
um,
Steph versus Sabrina.
that was pretty dope actually.
Yeah,
Uh, that chick can shoot, but I it was funny. They were like she's shooting from the NBA 3-point line. Like that's kind of
yeah,
it's not really her 3-point line, which
yeah,
I mean that is a huge difference. I mean I don't know. I guess when the women play like a PJ Tour event, they play from the right tees.
yeah. They
Uh,
do.
I don't know. I guess if
It was
you're
pretty
not a
wild.
men's sport,
Kenny Smith being like, maybe she would have shot from the or women's 3 point line. She would have done better. And I was like, she only lost to Steph Curry, the best shooter in the world, by
and
3 shots.
by like
So it wasn't that
yeah,
big a
yeah,
difference.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
she would
Yeah,
have won the men's because Dame won with three. So I was like, I don't know. Yeah, but that was the biggest pile of trash I've ever seen. The dunk contest sucked. The All Star game sucked. Like I don't even want. Yeah, fuck that. But the
All Star
Genesis,
Game's a joke, dude. Oh my god.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, no. So yeah, it was the first weekend without football, so I felt like it was like all right, golf and at Riviera. That course is so sick, but I feel like it was the first like real golf weekend where I literally just
yeah,
sat on my couch all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and did nothing but watch golf. And I
yeah.
got called a fat slob, a lazy.
Nice.
I got called a lot of names for doing it, but it was worth it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, sometimes it's alright to be a slob. That
I
was
really
great
was.
though,
It was
man.
bad. Yeah,
It
I don't
was
know
great.
why
Like Sunday was made it great because Cantlay ran out in front of
it
everybody,
was looking pretty boring there Thursday, Friday.
and
Yeah,
then Sunday, literally instantly, like between the last like I don't know what 5 6 groups, everybody was like birdies, birdies, birdies,
hmm
birdies, and he came out just kind of flat, and you're like,
yeah,
he didn't birdie one. Everybody's been birdieing one all week at least, and it was I mean, it was awesome, man. I mean, then all of a
yeah.
sudden, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you want to start with the Genesis? You want to start with
Not birdieing one is
Tiger?
basically a bogey. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Tiger,
Tiger
Spieth. We got
shitting his pants.
Decky. What was
Yeah,
that?
my
What
drink.
the fuck? So what the fuck was that? Yeah, so like
uh,
T Tiger shit the bed. Spieth gets DQ'd. Canlay's out in front the whole time. All that's going on, he's just like building a giant lead, and
and
then
then shits his pants.
shits his pants.
Yeah,
And then Hideki goes insane on Sunday.
yeah,
I mean, just absolutely crazy on Sunday, shooting
dude,
62. So it's like,
Hideki's wild. He when he plays good, like it is fun to watch because he just throws lasers, and like I feel like he's always doing
yeah,
something exciting when he's on. Um, like when won the Masters, he like played lights out. Like I don't know, he just
Hmm.
gets super hot. It's fun to watch. And
When
then
he
there was that
doesn't,
one
and he has
tournament.
no emotion, and he
Yeah,
like
yeah,
hits a
yeah.
shot, and his body language is like,
Yeah, he's
oh,
like, "Oh, that's fucked." Yeah,
that shot's fucked.
yeah,
And then
and
it
it's
literally almost has a hole in one, and you're like,
yeah,
well, what
yeah,
the fuck is that?
yeah. Well, he hit that one like 1 yard right, and it bounced off
Yeah,
the fringe. So
yeah. No, those shots on 15 and 16 back to back, literally to
yeah,
inches, back to back shots. I think one was from like 185, the other was from 165, and then it was like, all right, it's over, it's fucking over. Because at that point he built a pretty big like a two-shot lead, and
yeah,
he's four groups back or whatever, and it's like, all
yeah.
right,
And Zalatoris started driving it into the bunkers.
yeah,
Um,
Cantlay couldn't make a fucking putt to save his
Cantlay
damn
was done on
life.
the front nine. You could tell.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can tell someone, especially when someone's out front,
Hmm.
they start playing tight on the front nine, and he was like scrambling for pars and stuff. And you're like, all right, Cantlay's dead. And then I live bet Luke List because he was going nuts on the front.
Yeah.
I think he had five threes in a row, and he made the turn, and he just shit his pants, and had like two or three fives in a row. Schauffele eagled, pulled out from that bunker, and then I think he might have birdied the hole after that, and then he completely shit the bed. He jumped up immediately into tie for lead, and then all of a sudden Hideki came and hit those two
Like
shots, and yeah,
crazy. I mean, he shot 30
and
on the back. That was
yeah,
nuts. I live bet him after his ninth hole at
nice,
plus 3,000.
yeah.
But I'm a pussy, so I only put $3 on it. But I
So
turned $3 into 90, so that
yeah,
was fucking sweet. But it's like it's one of those. I mean, everybody has them. We all have them. You're like, "God, why didn't I fucking
yeah,
just slap my balls on the table?" Like he was looking good, all that, but yeah, it was wild, man. Like it turned into a great tournament because through three rounds, it was just like Cantley's not gonna give this away. I didn't think he was. I figured he would shoot like he's 869, come in at 17, 18 under par, and just it would be over,
right,
So that's sweet.
yeah, yeah. Zalatoris is up there too. He hit a
Yeah,
hole in
good to
one
see him
on
back.
Saturday. He's back.
Yeah,
He
he's
I
putting well with
so I
that long
live bet him.
putter.
So I live bet Luke List in the front because like, oh dude, this guy's gonna run. And then he started shitting the bed, and Zalatoris started birdieing too.
Hmm.
And Zalatoris drained a long birdie putt. I forget what hole, but it was right before Matsuyama um got hot in, which is funny because I have YouTube TV, and I get so it's a little behind, and I
Yeah,
get
so
on fan. So when you go live bet, the odds are always like ahead of like what you've seen on the TV. And
hmm.
Hideki jumped down to the favorite at like plus 114, and Zalatoris was plus 175. But I just saw Zalatoris drain the birdie, and I'm like, okay, am I behind, or like, are they still just like, Hideki? Like, what has he done? I don't know. So I was like, F it. I put like $50 on Zalatoris, which is like a big bet
Oh
for me.
no.
And
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? And then they showed the first, I think Hideki on 15. I'm like, oh fuck. And then Zalatoris just drove it immediately into the bunker on the next
Yeah.
hole. I was like, oh shit, he's dead too now. And Hideki's just
That's
ran away
brutal.
with it. Yeah, and so
That's
Hideki was the
brutal.
only guy I ended up not betting on. So I lost a lot of money
Perfect.
as usual. It was great,
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah. It it's funny, all that, like it was such a crazy Sunday, and that's not even the second biggest story of the weekend. I mean, Tiger withdrawing was huge. I mean, it was just out of nowhere. I guess he had just explosive diarrhea. He had to have. I've had the flu before, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he just must have
yeah,
been like shitting his pants on the course. Who knows what was going on there? So
yeah. kind of crazy to attempt to play with the flu. Apparently woke up with like 100-degree fever or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh, dude, I would have been like, "Fuck that, I'm out." But I guess like he probably just
true.
took
He
a
doesn't
bunch
need
of.
it.
He
Yeah.
probably just propped up some energy drinks and some meds and said, he's the host. Probably felt like whatever, I got to play. And
Hmm. Yeah.
uh, yeah, that was brutal. It's tough to watch, and we didn't know. I'm glad it was just the flu because when they first showed, I'm
Well,
like,
there
oh
were
no,
random
his fucking
rumors
back's
going
fucked.
across. Yeah,
The
his
ambulance
legs
showed up.
fucked. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on?
yeah. So of course, people have no idea, just speculate. We almost put out a speculative tweet about him taking too many pain pills.
Yeah, I'm
Glad we
kind of
didn't do
glad
that, but
glad I didn't
yeah.
hit send on that.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
lawsuit
that would have been
from
wreck.
Tiger.
That would have been
Yeah,
reckless a little bit, but yeah. So Tiger, as soon as he gets back, man, it's like
I tell you
it's
what,
fucking evergreen, dude. It's an evergreen story. Like as soon as he gets back, something fucking happens. It's
yeah,
like he
it's
sold
tough,
his
man.
soul to the devil to win fucking the
Right.
first 14 majors, and the 15th was an extra gift, and like everything else, he's just like, nope,
Yeah,
sorry, bud.
yeah, it's fucked.
I've
Sucks.
already granted
It,
you your wishes.
yeah. I mean, I was super excited to watch him, just because this time it felt like, his speed was up
Mm-hmm.
and his
Of course,
walk looked
yeah.
better. So it was like, okay, like, I mean, his
When in the
speed,
time,
his
like he,
ability to hit a golf ball is not holding him back.
yeah,
He might be rusty. His short
and
game
he
might not be the
he took the
best.
right amount of time off too. He didn't rush himself back. Like
Yeah.
he was ready,
Yeah,
and
so I was
yeah.
pretty excited. I mean, he made a ton of birdies. I mean, I did the boost. I did make money off him.
Hmm.
I did the boost, hit three birdies the first round. He had that
Yeah,
within like 5 holes. I mean, he
yeah, he
still
was on
birdies a lot. He
fire.
just he just bogeyed a ton of holes as well.
Yeah.
Um, so he's just I feel like his I mean, he's still rusty, he's still making mistakes. That's why he's bogeying a lot of holes, but also like his recovery game, like he has the speed, but I don't think he has the speed to hit out of the rough anymore like he used
Hmm.
to. He used to be able to recover from anywhere, and then like his short game's probably just not like quite up to where it needs to be to get up and in. So he's still
Yeah.
getting a lot of bogeys that way. But yeah, man, it was fun to watch, and like he was, I mean, he was on the cut line. It wasn't like he was contending, but
Yeah, but I
still
mean,
fun to see him
he
Thursday,
wasn't.
Friday
Yeah, he
trying
wasn't
to make
dead
the
fucking
cut.
last. Like,
No, not at all, and so he was in it. But yeah, that took the wind out of Friday for sure, and then even Saturday a little bit, but then obviously Sunday didn't matter. But
hmm,
yeah, it took the air out of the tournament a little bit. So that was
yeah.
pretty tough to see.
Well, and then that happens, and everybody's all on Tiger, and then I mean, when what 2 3 hours later, Spieth
Yeah,
just gets
speed,
DQ'd
dude.
for the
Yeah,
dumbest rule in
what a dumb
fucking
rule.
sports.
Like I get the whole concept of like having the player ultimately be responsible for your
Hmm.
score and sign the card, whatever. There's a process behind that, but like
It's just
And
pencil whipping it.
if you know the correct score, why not just fix it? I don't understand that at all. Like, oh, he left the
Yeah,
scoring area, he's DQ'd. Well, go flag him down. Say, hey, man, you signed the wrong. Use the
yeah.
eraser. Fucking write the right
Well, and
score
like
down there.
it doesn't like don't DQ him. Like you can penalize him. He doesn't need to be
Yeah,
DQ'd. And if he
that is
gets penalized
crazy.
to a number of strokes where he all of a sudden misses the cut, that's a different story. But like
Sure.
just
Right.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
DQ
Yeah.
him. So I'm trying to think back. So we had I mean, obviously our golf chat went fucking crazy over this. And everybody besides two people in said golf chat were like, this is the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Um, but they were bringing up the Masters, and somebody signed incorrect scorecard in the Masters, and ended up losing. And it was, I'm looking it up now because I wanted to go off the cuff, but I just want to say it. So it was Roberto DiVincenzo signed an incorrect scorecard in the 68 Masters. And shit. God damn it. And and my recollection of this story, because I've heard it a million times from my dad, and now I'm trying to fucking find the story. I should have done a little more prep on this. Was that he wasn't DQ'd. He was given a two-stroke penalty, and that's
Yeah,
why he lost the Masters by one. He ended up losing the Masters by one. And it's like, at least just penalize him. Like, don't
that's
DQ the motherfucker.
yeah, that's brutal, but it's still that makes more sense. I mean, he still had a chance. To lose by
Yeah,
one is awful, but yeah, I mean that makes way more sense. Like that's and they'll do that sometimes. They'll assess a penalty after the round for two, oh,
yeah.
like their ball
So
moved or
he,
whatever. Oh, they
here's
tried
what
to.
it said. It said Yujiro stated that the higher written score signed by the golfer on his card must, maybe that's the difference. The higher written score. Because
Uh,
Speed signed a three and he got a four. It said the
right.
higher written score signed by the golfer on his card must stand, and the error gave Golby the championship. So maybe that's what it was. But anyways,
No
like
way. Yeah, that's tough.
that, yeah, that's fucking sucks, dude. Lose the Masters over that? Jesus Christ.
Was that the final round?
Yeah, I'd kill myself. I'd
No
probably kill myself.
way.
Let's
Yeah,
be
that's a
honest.
tough one.
Yeah.
But you
But
say
it's like,
1968?
yeah,
Yeah, they didn't have all the
Match wasn't
technology
that
we
cool
have
in
now.
'68. No, not
Well,
now.
no, not even
Yeah.
that. They didn't have like the
Dude, Shot
ability to
Link,
be
they
like, "Hey,
literally
man,
track
we know
every
your
shot.
actual score." Dude, when you go play a local like VSGA event, you keep score
Yeah.
on your app. Like it's live scoring.
Hmm.
Like you don't pencil whip and sign a score. Like you,
Yeah.
I think
Dude, with Shot
maybe
Link, there's
Hideki does.
literally a guy that walks to your ball, so Shot Link knows where the ball is. There's a guy
Yeah,
hired by the PGA, and he walks to the ball and he clicks a button to GPS where the ball is. That's what
yeah.
Shot Link is.
Huh.
Like, they're
Okay.
tracking it. They're tracking everything.
Yeah.
So
I know,
that
that's
was
what
some
I'm so it's like,
that was some
alright,
bullshit.
like, he might have left the scoring area, but he's
Hmm.
apparently he was in the shitter like everybody else, and it's like,
Yeah,
dude, go grab him and say, "Hey, man, your score's wrong." It makes no sense. Yeah, give him a penalty for whatever, but,
and
yeah,
move on.
DQ is wild, and it's a signature event. It's Spieth, you know, like
Hmm.
he was in it, he had a shot, especially, come
Yeah,
Sunday, the way things went. I mean, dude, yeah, it's crazy, crazy.
yeah. I guess
I mean, he
the
owned
only
up to it, but
he did. Well, he
just
had
such
to.
a dumb
He had
rule.
to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
make
yeah.
a statement.
Right. Just such a
Yeah.
dumb rule, man.
The only other thing about the Genesis I wanted to touch on was Scheffler. Another tournament where strokes gained tee to green, he's first. But I mean, like every fucking tournament that he plays in, he's first. Strokes gained tee to green. He was 51st in putting. So like out of everybody that made the cut, he was probably fucking last in putting, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I
And
think he
it's
was.
like,
Yeah.
when the fuck is this dude gonna, like, even they had Rory on the broadcast, and Rory was like,
Yeah, yeah,
I was putting poorly and I switched to a mallet putter and I'm putting better. Like he needs
yeah.
to try something
That's
else. Like
right.
it's obviously
Yeah,
not
get that
fucking working.
putter that Ricky and Wyndham Clark use.
Do anything. Dude,
Yeah,
Zalatoris he had the worst putting stroke in the fucking history of golf, and then he switched to a long putter. I mean, he's not anchoring it. He's not allowed to anchor it, and that's fine. And now his putting stroke is like fluid. Like it looks like
yeah.
a regular
Adam
putting stroke.
Scott.
Yeah, like
Adam Scott.
these guys figure it out. And I don't know if he's stubborn, if he's just working. He's still somewhat young. I think he's only like 28, 29, so he still has time. But it's like, dude, you are
Yeah.
literally better than
I'm sure
everybody
he's
at every. dude, his chipping is insane. Like he's chips in all the fucking time, and
Yeah.
like every aspect of the game, he's better than everybody. And then he gets on the green, and he's like a fucking idiot, dude. I don't get it.
I'm sure he's trying other
I mean,
putters, like,
obviously
during
he's
the week.
trying
I'm sure he's tried
something,
a
but
mallet putter. I
yeah,
mean, maybe he just
try something
putts.
in a tournament.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it's getting bad. Clearly, it's just like a mental block at this point, I feel like, because that one year where he went nuts last year too, but the
Yeah,
year before
2 years
that,
ago, yeah.
yeah, when he won everything, he was putting lights out. Like, he was making everything,
Hmm.
when he went on that run. So it's gotta be super frustrating.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gotta be great. Like, imagine
yeah.
having everything dialed in, and then you get in the green, and you're just like it's just zero
Apparently,
confidence. That's what it's
yeah,
gotta be.
he needs to do some mushrooms or ayahuasca or something.
Fuck it, why not?
Allegedly, that helps your putting. You can see the greens better. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah,
tried
I'll
that
try
method yet, but
microdose every tournament.
I'm not good enough to worry about have to worry about that.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
but
Scotty needs something.
he's gotta do something. It's just bad.
Yeah,
Like, I I didn't pick him for the pod, and I didn't bet on him, but I picked him for our fantasy. So I was
yeah,
like, let's go ahead and try to lock in this first segment. You pick a winner here, you're pretty much locked in. So I think there's only 4 tournaments left in this segment for fantasy,
yeah. That's
and
a big one, signature event.
so so I was definitely watching him, and it's just like there was a couple holes, and it's like, oh, he stuck it to 10 feet, hell yeah. And then he hits a putt, and it's like it doesn't even burn the edge. It's just not
Oh
close.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
I
what?
know. Yeah,
So that was kind of brutal, but I don't know. I mean, he's obviously has everything else locked in. So if he can get that, and his numbers are incredible. It's
yeah.
like
But
every
eventually, that
fairway,
dude,
every
that putting is
green.
so frustrating that that's gonna affect your long game eventually.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna start thinking like, what the fuck's it matter where I put this ball? I'm not gonna hit the
Yeah,
putt anyway.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
we'll see where he ends up, but I'm still thinking he's gonna be. I mean, he still finished top 10 in a signature event. Like I think he was T10 when he signed his card. So who knows where he ended up? I think he was still T10. Um, that's good money nowadays, man. They're making so much fucking money. Who cares?
right.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Uh, before we get in the Mexico Open, one thing I kind of wanted to talk about was the Myrtle Beach Classic, which is a low tier tour event, but they're gonna have a last chance qualifier spot for like influencers and YouTube golfers and shit. And I think that's a fucking killer idea. Like they need that draw to for these small events because you think about like the PGA Tour obviously has a monopoly on viewership, but these dudes, these YouTube guys, their viewer numbers are insane. Like some of them are better than tour numbers, and obviously they're only hour-long videos or whatever. But like some of these dudes are getting like 2 million views for a fucking stupid YouTube video. They
Yeah,
obviously
that's
have a
rough.
following. They obviously have a following. Like people are gonna watch when one of them fucking ends up with this spot. So I think it looked like it was like 12, 15 guys. I don't know how many it was, and a lot of them were names we've all heard. So I think that's a pretty cool idea by the PGA Tour to drum up some interest on like these non-signature events where
Right.
you're struggling to find
Yeah, I
like
think that's
Myrtle
gonna
Beach
be
Classic. So
hilarious.
yeah. Well, whoever
uh,
gets it is obviously. I mean, some of these guys are studs.
some
Like
of
I've
those
watched
guys
their
are good.
videos, and they'll
The Bryan
shoot.
brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Bryan brothers are good, and I mean they'll shoot 3, 4, 5 under in a YouTube video, but it's obviously a different animal. you
Yeah,
know?
it's gonna be hilarious, I think. I think they'll probably play good in the qualifiers. Someone
Hmm.
will, but that's gonna that's
Yeah,
gonna be
but
funny watching them play
they
in the
picked a
actual
good
event.
spot for it, like the Myrtle Beach Classic. I'm gonna just go off assumptions here. Is just gonna be some like resort style course in Myrtle Beach. Like it's not like it's gonna be like a 7,500 yard course. I would assume like it's gonna be something where they're not gonna put them in some shit. I don't feel like I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe golf's just these courses are so big now that no course is under 72. But you know, I don't feel like they put them in some terrible situation.
No, but the terrible situation is them having to play in a
Yeah,
with all that pressure.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, absolutely.
all right, so it's at the
So,
Dunes Golf and Beach Club. So
okay,
I have not played there. I went to a wedding there one time. That was pretty tight. But
nice.
it's a Robert Trent Jones design course. Definitely heard about it. Let's see here.
The
Trying to find the course
Dunes.
info. But yeah, I think it is like you're saying. It's just like a resort style course. Um, right along the ocean there. Uh, yeah, I think our buddy
Hell yeah.
probably owns the course.
Hey, really?
No, I don't know. But
Yeah.
um, let's see here. I'm trying to find the scorecard.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to.
And
Yeah,
more,
fuck it.
yeah, a bunch of yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they'd put him in some shit
Rating
situation.
76.1. So yeah, that's an easy course.
Yeah, for them. I mean, from tipped out on on their card is 7,300 yards. So, but like
Yeah.
those courses don't have room to spread them out anymore, like than they already are. It's not like fucking Augusta where they own all the land, they can add to it. So they're gonna be playing from 73 ish. That's not insanely long nowadays. I mean, they get courses
Yeah.
out there nowadays are 76, 78. Like, I don't know. I just think it was a cool idea by the tour to throw out there, get some more eyes, get some younger eyes to the
Yeah.
product, you know?
It'd
So
be wild if they make the cut.
that that's the dream scenario. That happens, and you've got Fat Perez like making the cut. Like that's tin cup shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, yeah,
I would be locked in, wouldn't you? Like
absolutely.
if like one of these guys actually like just went out, like I said Fat Perez, like I don't know if he's probably not even close to the favorite, like Wesley Bryan or no,
I think it's the other Brian brother.
is it?
Whatever.
It's not
Yeah.
even Wesley Bryan.
The, uh,
So
but I think
he's
I mean, he's good too.
he was
He's
on, he
played
had the
like,
card for a
yeah,
little bit, I think. So he's probably the favorite, but I don't know. Just just propping up the tour a little bit over here. I'm a bipartisan golf viewer. I don't take sides, so there's one for the tour.
yeah. It's May 9th through 12th, so that's I mean, kind of coming up soon here. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
cool. I mean, honestly, it'd be cool just
Yeah.
to watch them play Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. I always like seeing courses I know. It's always fun.
Yeah. Like, shit, man, that's where our vacation. I should go to that go-kart track right down the street.
Hell yeah. Well,
I
this
wonder if they'll
week,
be going to Masters uh, after the rounds.
yeah, go get all you can eat seafood at Captain George's. That's the spot right there. Man. Well, not much sports going on, man. It's like all golf. I mean,
We're
we
in
got
golf
NBA and
season.
hockey. Who cares? Pitchers and catchers reported. Go O's. The Nats decided they weren't selling
That's
because they're not worth a shit to sell. So nobody wants to buy that
yeah. Well,
fucking fire.
yeah. Well, we signed Joey Gallo, man. We're
Oh hell
solid. We got
yeah.
a big home run hitter.
Nice.
No, I think yeah, Nats. I think they're well with the O's selling now. They can probably work out the Masson deal and not get fucked
Maybe.
over on the TV rights anymore. So they'll actually be able to make some money off the
Yeah.
TV rights. Probably figure that out. But also, that was a big hindrance of like why they were couldn't sell because that
Mm,
wasn't ironed out. So they probably figured, well, shit, let's get this figured out, and we can reload. We got all these prospects coming up, probably a year off. Get the TV rights, and then we can spend some money. We got Corbin coming off the books. Strasburg's
yeah.
gonna be coming off the books at some point. If he, I don't know if they're gonna like make a deal with him to retire and like pay him out or what,
I
but
thought he already
um,
retired.
so they were he's basically not pitching again. Like he's basically retired, but he's not officially retired. They couldn't work out a deal, um, and or like a retirement ceremony. Nobody knows why
Losers.
apparently. So like he retired, but I mean he's still got like 2 or 3 years left on his
Yeah.
deal, which is worth a shit ton of money. So it's like you can't. I don't know how that works. So like you can't
They
medically
should just be able
play
to buy him out.
if you yeah, but the contract's guaranteed, so I feel like you should be able to, like, get it off the books, though. I guess there's no salary cap, you know,
Yeah.
a real salary cap in baseball, so it probably doesn't
Well, and
matter, but
baseball is a huge, like,
I
solid
wonder if,
union.
like, you
Like,
should be able to,
they're not
like
gonna get let
yeah,
up.
the union yeah. I wonder, like but you should be able to, like, defer that money in that
Mm-hmm.
situation or something to where, you're not s honestly, he probably took a lot of deferred money already, but
Knowing
knowing
the
how the
Nats.
knowing the Nats, but, yeah, I don't know, man, so, yeah, I mean, hopefully that means they're, willing to spend again. Because they did spend a lot, throughout our run that culminated in the World Series. So,
Yeah.
it's not like they were like super cheap. Once we got it going, like right now though, it's just yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
tough going into a season knowing you have no shot. Like it'll be exciting to watch prospects and stuff, but see if some of them come up to the big leagues. But yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. So we'll just be watching golf, Stu.
Hell yeah.
Might actually
Well, this
watch some of
week's,
those games too. But
yeah. Well, if we're watching golf this week, might be a tough watch, man. The Mexico Open.
yeah,
Um, I mean, Finau's playing. He won last year, so I guess he kind of has to play. But he's the only
yeah,
name that you're really looking at here. Um,
yeah,
we've had at least a month straight of just good fields, good tournaments. Like even when the field wasn't great, like you still had some shit going on, and it's like now it's tough, man. This is a tough. This could be a tough one, but some of those tournaments make the best tournaments, and you catch like a 3-man playoff, and they're like 30 under par, and you're like, all right, well here we are. So you
right.
never know. Um, but these tournaments also like Finau is just obviously just a huge favorite.
He
It's
eats these
when
tournaments up. Yeah,
but it's also when like a guy this heavily favored, he doesn't win. He just doesn't, you know. But he won last year. He edged out Rom last year, if I remember right. I think you hit a big winner on this last year with
yeah,
him.
big
I think he
fee
was like,
now. Yeah,
yeah. So he edged out Rom uh, to take it home. So we'll see. Some of the names, like I always look at the power rankings that get put out by some guy on fucking PGA Tour app. I think it's like Rob Bolton or something. He puts out his power rankings, which I base a lot of my judgment off of for fantasy. But it was like Finau and then Hoygaard and Jaeger were like the top three names or some shit. I was just like, oh
yeah,
Lord, that's
yep,
tough.
yeah. He really went on a limb there,
Yeah.
picking
So it
Finau and Højgaard, the
well,
top
and
two
then like
guys.
the number five name was like Matt McNeely. I'm like Matt McNeely. Did he struggled to keep his card? Does he even have a fucking card? Like that's in your top five. So and that's just what the PGA Tour is gonna be right now. These
Yeah.
non-signature events, these
I
guys aren't
was,
going to these fucking things. Finau's probably looking at this as a family vacation. He takes his family with him everywhere. It's like, hey guys, we're going to
yeah.
Mexico. Come on.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
would
they
too.
they have a lot of these sprinkled in through the year, but I don't
Obviously,
know. I don't mind it.
I don't, but I think I could see him getting worse and worse as these like sponsors keep dropping. They're like, oh, you don't want to be a signature event? Well, we're fucking out of here. Like Honda. So anybody that's
Yeah.
was sponsored by Honda was going to play. They have to play. Or farmers, you were sponsored by farmers, like you have to
Right.
play the farmers. And I think that's going to be their big hurdle. But they'll figure it out. I mean, they got this influx of money from the sports something alliance or whatever the fuck that group is that invested in them. I don't know who the fuck that was, but all these rich sports teams owners that invested in them was going to hopefully make up for that. We'll see.
It is wild. Like I mean, I guess like they're taking the week off because they're gearing up for the Florida swing.
Hmm.
But like you said, like dude, that's a hell of a vacation spot for the week. I guess you got to
Yeah.
golf though, so you can't
Fuck yeah.
really vacation. But man,
You
seems
could
like a great place to go play.
appease your wife and kids for a fucking weekend.
Yeah, so just go to Puerto Vallarta and
Yeah.
hang out, dude. Looks fucking awesome. Yeah, I
Fuck
don't get
yeah.
that. I mean, I guess it's easier if you don't need the money and you like live in Florida at a mansion on the water anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm going to Mexico. Hell yeah.
They might have a
I,
different
I might
perspective.
I might miss the cut on purpose
Oh,
and go
yeah.
to Mexico. I don't know. Yeah, it's wild to me. Like I'd be eating these events up.
Yeah. Well, I
And
guess
like
we'll
especially if you're feet now, like yeah, you go get a win. That's a win.
yeah,
This
go
PGA
grab
Tour
one.
win.
It's still like 1.6 for a win on these fucking dog shit events. Like that's still great money. You
Yeah,
get second, you get like $800,000. Like you're still fucking cashing a nice check for 4 days of work. So
yeah,
yeah, go grab a W. But um, some of these tournaments, man, give us our best, like most excitement. You see some guy out of nowhere, or like just a crazy playoff, a crazy scenario. So see what happens. I'm sure I'll be looking in my peripherals at it. I'm not gonna be locked in like I would be. I don't know where like no football, no nothing. I'm sure I'll have something. It's gonna be nice out. There's probably a project for me somewhere I need to really dive into that I've been pushing down the road for the last like 4 weeks. So
the last 10 years.
yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens. I'm sure it'll be on the background at some point. But you want to get in some picks?
yeah. I'm gonna run it back with Finau plus 850. Um,
I think that's the
got
exact number you hit last year.
yeah, I think it was. He got me off the snide last year, and gonna roll with him again. Just my guy. He's had some
Hell
putting
yeah.
woes this year. He's always a great ball striker. I don't know, man. He likes these greens. Hopefully, he can figure out that putter. There's a couple good long shots in here too, though.
Yeah.
Um, we got Michael Kim plus 5,000. He's been playing well.
Yeah.
Plus 6,000.
He's
Charlie Hoffman's plus
great
7,500.
follow.
He's been playing well. He kind of cooled off over the weekend here, but played his ass off at the Waste a couple weeks ago. Davis Riley was playing good. He's plus 15,000. So
Plus
you could
15,000.
yeah you could hit one of these long shots. CT Pan, who's won
I
events
saw
like this
that one.
before, plus
I saw,
27,000.
dude, CT Pan is top Asian, and the other Asians, I have no clue who they are, but he's the worst odds as top Asian at plus 700. So that's like a decent little prop there because like
Yeah,
he has game. Like he's obviously a name I
he can
know.
get
I don't.
hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
he must be
So
out of form right now. I haven't been keeping up with CT Pan, but I mean that seems wild to me. I mean that jumps out.
yeah.
Ches Reavie plus
God.
35,000. I mean he's a former winner. I don't know, man. These guys who've won before with those odds, I mean, they usually fall
Yeah.
off. But
It's worth sprinkling something on.
yeah, Patty Harrington plus 30,000. So I don't know, man. These events are kind of fun for a better because
Yeah.
you can get some long shots who have a chance because there's not many big dogs in here. I mean, you got Finau, Højgaard, Keith Mitchell, Thomas Detry, Steven Yeager, who all been playing well up there at the top. But dude, this is anybody's game. In the way that the tour is going this year, you got all these long shot winners. So I'm more
For
comfortable
sure.
putting them on this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna go with Mackenzie Hughes to be the top Canadian finisher. I got him on Monday at plus 250, and I've seen it's gone up to plus 240. Not a ton of Canadians in the field. It's pretty much him and Taylor Pendrith are the two top names. There's some other dudes, but it's kind of anybody's game. But he played really well last week until I'd say the weekend. He shot even par on Saturday, and then Sunday he kind of blew up. But he was kind of like in there. I mean, I think he shot but 2 rounds in the 60s on Thursday and Friday last weekend in a signature event. Like in those events, the weekend, I mean, the pressure's just going to get to you, especially if you're not a huge name and all of a sudden you look up and there's just fucking bombers
Yeah,
and just A-list dudes up there. So that's what I'm going with. Mackenzie Hughes. I got him at plus 250. He's at plus 240 right now. So that's kind of moving around. Maybe some money's coming in on him. I don't know. But I do like some of these names you're throwing at just outrageous odds where, I mean, you could literally put a dollar on them and win a couple hundred
yeah,
bucks, you know? So
yeah,
it's worth the sprinkle, you know?
yeah, for sure.
So that's what I'm going with. I think we both could have a little chance here to,
I need
I mean,
something.
I mean, Finau should win this as long as he shows up like in somewhat of a just conscious state of mind, I would think. Like, but I mean, there's a couple names up there that have the talent he has, but he's, I feel like, far and away the most talented dude.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
And it's tough to repeat, but
you see it though more and more now. I feel like dudes are repeating
yeah, I
certain
mean,
events.
clearly likes the course.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You don't have to deal with John Rahm now, so that's nice for him.
Yeah, yeah,
Because Rahm used to play it too, so yeah. Well, we'll see. I think it'll be on in the background for me this weekend. Not much going on this weekend. I'm sure I'll just have the TV on. I'll walk by and peek in. Maybe
the,
something cool.
the
Something
ultimate dad
cool.
move. Have the
I mean,
TV
it,
on
it
and walk
really is.
by. Yeah,
Yeah, it really is. But I don't know. Maybe something will fucking catch my eye. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna grab a seat for this one. So we can only hope. We can only hope with these smaller events. Maybe we'll get out. Maybe I'll get out this weekend. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. I think that would be the better play and just follow along on my phone is actually get on the course. I need to start
there you
eventually.
go.
I need to start
Dude,
eventually.
got to get the iPad hooked up,
Yeah.
get the YouTube TV going, stream it while
Yeah,
you're golfing. That's the move.
that's the move. That's the ultimate move for sure. God bless technology. Nowadays, you can just do it all.
Oh yeah,
iPad going, you're watching, you're making bets on your phone, you're betting with your friends on the course, crushing beers.
losing money at both ends.
Yeah, losing money
Yeah,
every which way.
yeah.
Go- God bless America. That's what.
Yep.
All right. Well, we want to thank everyone for listening. Uh, Check us out, subscribe to the pod, rate us 5 stars. Check us on Twitter at Fairway Pod, on Instagram at Laying the Fairway Pod, and check out the YouTube channel. Just search Laying the Fairway Podcast. Thank y'all.
See y'all.